Today, I'm gonna be attempting and showing you how to make moist looking letters. Ugh.
Moist.
It actually might get dark while we're doing this. I was recently having this weird conversation around the word moist, which turned into like, how would I make a hoodie or a sticker with the word moist? And how would you do the lettering so that the word moist looked actually moist? And as I was drawing it, I realized it probably should just go on the wall. So we're gonna make an attempt at it. I'm gonna show you the materials that you need and then also the step-by-step of how to get this on the wall. First off, the materials, what you're gonna need. You're just gonna need spray paint. You need your background color, your fill color, and then your outline color. And then also shadow color, but in my case, my outline is the same color as my shadows, and that color is black. And depending if you want a gradient or a solid fill for your backgrounds or your fills, it's gonna dictate how many cans you need. If you're doing solid, you only need one color. And if you're doing gradients or details, you're gonna need several. So first thing I do is put down a really light outline with my fill color. So for the word moist, I mocked this up really quick. I wanted it to look like a little bit drippy, a little bit perspiry, if you will. And also potentially like a little bit gross and maybe a little bit lewd. You can pick whatever color. I generally pick the fill color that I use. Then from there, we'll do background, fill, outline, shadows, and then details, and then we're done. So for my fill color, I'm gonna be using Riviera. It's a flame blue. Honestly, one of the reasons I picked it was because it was one of the full cans I have left. I am putting a thin cap on this just to save paint. You can honestly use whatever cap you want. Stock cap's fine too. And now pretty much all I'm going to do is shape out this onto the wall. You probably can't tell, but I ran out of space on the bottom like normal, and I just didn't want to start over because this is just a tutorial. But next up is a background. It's just a super simple circle in the background. It's gonna be like this magenta offset gradient, and we'll just go ahead and fill that in. I was just filming this tutorial and a skunk like literally just like walked like right here. Didn't spray me though. It's gone now. Kind of cute. And for the background, I'm just gonna be using a pink dot because I'll be filling like a wider area. So I start off by outlining the overall shape and then I fill it in. When I do fill it in, I try and go in the same direction, whether that's up, down the whole time or left, right the whole time. That's just gonna give better consistent fills. Oof, it's getting a little dark. Background is put down. Now we're gonna go in with the fill. You could potentially get like a little bit lost because you lose some of this detail with the same color outline, but you always have your reference that you can go back to figure that out. And I will also be using the pink dot again for these fills. So for this, I'm gonna be deciding to go with a darker tone of green on the bottom and then having a lighter one on top, just for my fill, so it kind of like gradients up, and then we'll blend it all together. Okay, so the fill is on there. I may or may not have run out of a little bit of paint while doing that. I thought I had another can of the fill color, but I don't, so I'm just dumb. But now we're gonna go in with the black outline and drop the shadows. So I'm using a level 3 Montana on a Montana Gold. I'm pretty sure for this effect to work, we're gonna want varying line weights, kind of make it look a little bit more calligraphy-esque. So I'll go like thick to thin on a lot of lines. And to do that, all you really have to do is you're gonna start with the can angled a little bit out and further back. And then as you wanna thin it up, you'll go closer and in, and then edge it off. So here you start using the normal amount of pressure you would use, pointing it outwards and a little bit further away from the wall. And as you come down, you're gonna get closer. And as you're about to bleed off the line, release the pressure and swoop it off. Kind of like that. Okay, so I actually finished last night, but I was looking over the footage and it just like is too dark to be usable. So I'm just gonna like refilm a little bit and show you what I did. And in that time, I added the outline, shadow, and detail. I ended up deciding to drip the top portion of the outlines. To do that, I just grabbed a high pressure can, put a pink dot on it, put the cap really close, and then blasted the line, and then everything dripped down. I also added a very subtle shadow of black pointing downwards. I put a little cream outline on the outside of the whole thing with some resto that I had. Then I went in and added a little bit of highlights and details with like a level 3 Montana or a thin cap. And this is what the final product looked like. If this helped you on your journey to write moist letters, subscribe. Let me know in the comments. Either way, hope you have a good day. And I'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, man. Moist.